Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 573 based on novel. So let's start. There are countless sacred auras all around the Holy Inquisition Mountains, which makes everyone unconsciously become awe-inspiring, but looking at such a strange scene in the altar, countless strong people are all in a trance, as if from a lifetime. In less than 100 breaths of time, the figures of Xiao Tianming and the Thunder Lord were completely swallowed up by the unknown vortex of light. No one knew where they were going, but there was no doubt that their situation was probably very dangerous. In the altar at this time, countless light ripples surged, driving the invisible hunting light array to surge together, and countless divine power poured out, instantly suppressing the entrance of the corona vortex completely. At the same time, Xiao Tianming, the figure of the Thunder Lord, completely disappeared here, as if it had never appeared before. This is the fate of disobeying my kingdom of angels. It was not until the corona vortex in the altar slowly closed and disappeared, Xiao Tianming and the Thunder Master's breath completely disappeared in this world, and the slaughter angel set foot on the high platform of the altar, overlooking the entire angel kingdom, with a high-pitched voice. The purpose of her doing this is, of course, to kill the chickens and warn the monkeys. Countless powerhouses watched this scene, and the shock and fear in their hearts were indescribable. As powerful as Xiao Tianming, he just disappeared and fell. In that case, in this world, who else can fight against the killing angel? And just at the moment when the victory declaration of the slaughter angel had just ended, a magnificent flame energy began to surge in the high altitude of this holy altar, and countless surging forces exploded like gorgeous fireworks. The sky was formed into majestic clouds of orange-gold flames. The flame clouds are surging at will, but there is some kind of supernatural power that is rapidly gathering, and it seems that there is some kind of detached creature, which is brewing some kind of terrifying power that shakes the universe. Above the clouds, the ups and downs of the world of flaming clouds is like a brand new world. The rays of light overflow, and the silhouettes in it are extremely powerful, and the most striking thing is the extremely simple scroll in this person's hand. At this time, an endless stream of destructive power was continuously released. Even if the figure in the flaming cloud layer is very blurred at this time, the people below can clearly feel a fierce and extreme pressure, falling from the sky. No, not dead. Immediately, the minds of countless powerhouses were filled with expressions of indescribable astonishment, especially those powerhouses from the kingdom of Angel. Gathering the power of Slaughter Angel, the power of the God-hunting light array and the crown of light vortex, did not kill this guy? Countless people looked at the figure in the flaming cloud in disbelief, and even their soul realm trembled slightly. It seems that this battle is inevitable. Your Majesty. Sensing that the void of this world was beginning to distort, and traces of simple clouds kept emerging, and several strong angels in the altar also turned their attention to the sacred slaughter of angels. The power of this lunatic now exceeds what they can handle category. Xiao Tianming. What is brewing now is a divine technique. A genuine divine technique, a supernatural power capable of destroying everything. Once he has finished brewing the magic and cast it down, I am afraid that the entire kingdom of angels will be turned into dust. Humph. Seeing Xiao Tianming reappearing, the killing angel disapproved and sneered at the corner of his mouth. However, she did not try to stop the latter's actions, because she also wanted to see how powerful this magical technique, which was passed down by the Great Thousand World, was so powerful. The most important thing is that the slaughtering angel has her pride. Even if the magic comes, I am afraid it will be difficult to completely obliterate her. Stabilize the formation, the altar. Killing angel said. Yes. As soon as the words fell, several blazing angels and the archangel around the altar sang countless ancient incantations together, as if they were gathering countless forces and poured in towards the god-hunting light array. Killing, so many years of grievances, it's time to end it. After Xiao Tianming finished speaking, the heart in his chest suddenly turned into an hourglass, hanging high above his head. There seemed to be a passage of time in the hourglass. At the moment it appeared, the entire flaming cloud layer stirred up at the same time, and countless magnificent cloud layers emerged, instantly turning the altar of the Holy Inquisition upside down, and even Xiao Tianming's strength reached an appalling level. It turned out to be relying on the spontaneous combustion of the fire of life. No wonder you were able to escape from the corona vortex, but the power of the magic you performed doesn't seem to be as powerful as rumored. Seeing Xiao Tianming's actions, Killing Angel seemed to see a big joke. Demigod peak powerhouse spontaneous combustion? Its purpose is to perform magic, trying to obliterate yourself. You have already been a divine mansion that transcends everything in the world. How could it be comparable to an extraordinary person? The moment when this fire of life burns out, it is the moment when your body and spirit are destroyed. The slaughter angel's eyes were filled with an almost insane smile, and he immediately looked at the time hourglass above Xiao Tianming's head. The respect that should be given to you, I have already given it. You should show your true strength. Otherwise, this kingdom of angels will completely fall here. Xiao Tianming's eyes were filled with an unprecedented madness. He knew that killing angels was definitely not as simple as it seemed on the surface. Divine magic, spontaneous combustion of the fire of life, and various actions all affected the hearts of all the powerhouses present. No one knows why, as strong as Xiao Tianming, he wants to fight so much. I am killing. The slaughter angel leaped up from the high platform of the altar, and reached the top of this world in an instant, and a dazzling pure white light erupted from the body. After the body, the 12 angel wings slowly stretched out, and even above the angel wings, an illusory angel soul shadow emerged. The layers of angel wings surged, and the blood-red demonic spirit appeared. The orn seemed to illuminate the whole world. 12 scarlet wings. An unprecedented existence in the kingdom of angels. But there is no doubt that today's killing angels have completely replaced the queen of 12-winged angels, both in terms of status and status. And the thing above the angel's wings, that is the holy soul of the angel, the queen's token passed down from generation to generation by the angel queens, and now it has actually fallen into the hands of the killing angel. The angel and the holy soul are added, and the 12-winged killing angel, the genius of the Xiao family, Xiao Tianming. The battle between these two people is probably the most powerful existence among human beings in this world, except for the battle outside the Daqianhe territory. The breadth and strength of the two are now completely beyond the level of ordinary humans, and they have already reached a more terrifying existence. Xiao Tianming looked at the dazzling power of the slaughter angel, and his eyes gradually became hot. Come on, start our God battle. The mighty voice resounded through every inch of this world, lingering for a long time. As you wish. The slaughter angel swayed the angel wings behind him, as sacred as an immortal exiled immortal. Immediately, the whole person instantly poured into the cloud world of obliteration, side by side with Xiao Tianming. Slaughter angel is very clear that since Xiao Tianming dares to come to the Holy Trial Mountains alone, he will definitely save the Thunder Lord at all costs, and he will definitely have the consciousness that the fish will die and the net will be broken. But as strong as his level, how can it be? As long as he does not leave the Holy Inquisition mountain range, the altar and the god-hunting light array, he will be invincible today. Xiao Tianming will only be defeated by his own great power and become his stepping stone. That's Thunder Lord. For a time, watching the peak battle between the heavens and the earth, countless people's eyes narrowed tightly, as if they saw something from the void under the clouds. At this time, the aura above Lei Zhu's body had a completely different change than before, obviously because of Xiao Tianming's help. Lei Zhu's eyes slowly watched the earth-shaking changes in the clouds, and then very silently glanced at the countless numbers below. The unmoved strong man. When the Xiao clan and the Holy Thunder clan were extremely powerful, the strengths in these great thousand worlds all followed suit, but as the race faded away, there were very few loyal followers. The peak attracts false believers, and the dusk witnesses the legend of immortality. He. Just after the Thunder Master felt that the battle was gathering the gazes of countless powerful leaders in the entire angel kingdom, his clear eyes opened slightly, and a tingling sensation came out. As soon as Lei Zhu said this, it was like a sharp needle prick, which deeply stabbed the hearts of countless powerhouses. Wait a minute, the atmosphere here is not quite right. There is also a lot of gossip gushing out in the dark. Obviously, these forces have already made preparations. Boom. In the annihilating cloud world, countless splendid flame clouds stirred around, condensed and formed, and little by little, Xiao Tianming's figure was set off like a real god's mansion. Xiao Tianming's life has been counted down by the display of the Xiao clan's magical arts. As soon as the killing angel stepped into it, he felt an extremely sharp oppression. That oppression seemed to originate from the soul and could not be resisted. Xiao Tianming, your faith has been shaken. From the moment you wavered, you lost this battle of gods. Killing Angel stared at Xiao Tianming and said word by word. The speed of his condensing magic has slowed down. Obviously, he also knows that if the magic is condensed, the power and vision brought by it will probably never be seen in ancient time. Xiao Tianming didn't answer, but his eyes kept wandering between the disappearing clouds and the hourglass of time. The power of the divine art is too huge. Once it is thoroughly brewed and descends here, I am afraid that all the creatures around here will fall completely, but it is as powerful as a killing angel. Even Xiao Tianming faintly feels an unfathomable meaning. If it is not completely wiped out today, I am afraid it will bring endless troubles. 12 wings, divine fire Kai-Yu. The 12 blood wings behind the slaughter angel slowly opened and swayed. It was obvious that there was no flame on them, but the scorching sacred feeling that emanated from the invisible was beyond the limits of this world, making it impossible for people to look directly at it, and can't get close. 12 wings. Until this moment, a sneer appeared on the corner of Xiao Qianming's mouth, and the killing intent in his heart became stronger. Only by killing the slaughtering angels can the order of this world be rewritten. Slaughter does not die for a day, and this world is always in dire straits. Kill. Kill. Boom. In the entire annihilation cloud layer, suddenly there was a violent sound, and everyone looked up with difficulty, only to see pieces of blood-colored wings and pieces of orange-gold flames converge together. The sacred fire exploded in all directions, setting off countless monstrous flames and crimson breaths, and the entire annihilating cloud world began to become distorted, and the divine power of heaven and earth, which surpassed all things, began to ripple. Countless people below stared at this scene dumbfounded, and the shock in their hearts could not be calmed down for a long time. This is the so-called battle of the demigods. If it weren't for the isolation of Xiao Qianming's annihilation of clouds, I am afraid that the entire kingdom of angels would have been completely twisted and shattered under the attack of the two people. The rank of demigods is unimaginably powerful. You are very strong, but today, I will not give you a chance. After the first blow, the slaughter angel also knew the threat of Xiao Qianming's burning the fire of life after performing the magic, and immediately said seriously, "Angel, scepter." The gauze above the body of the slaughter angel began to surge, and the 12 blood-red wings behind him also became restless in an instant, as if they were summoning, attracting some kind of fetish to come here. In the blink of an eye, the void in front of the latter suddenly split open, and a sacred light staff only the size of an arm appeared in the twisted void. On the scepter, there are countless ancient and long angelic holy patterns. Even if you look at it lightly, there is a sense of unease that spreads from the depths of your soul. It cannot be looked directly at or blasphemed. There are also 12 angel wings on it, which appear on the top of the scepter, and the pleats that set it off are glowing. The top of the angel's scepter not only has 12 sacred wings, but even a miniature angel standing on the top of the scepter. The angel's hands seem to be holding a concave platform. On the concave platform, it should have been there is some kind of extraordinary existence, but now there is nothing. The angel's scepter is pleasing and powerful, but with the disappearance of the items in the concave, it seems that some kind of soul is missing. Among the artifacts in the human world, the 8th-ranked angel scepter. This thing is the keepsake of the angel queens of all dynasties. This slaughtering angel is actually guarding and stealing. At this moment, countless people were dumbfounded, all looking at the killing angel in disbelief. This person who claims to be thinking about the kingdom of angels everywhere is actually a thief. It keeps talking about protecting the kingdom of angels, repeating the glory of the kingdom of angels. Now it seems that he is just a villain who hides his ears and steals the bell. Xiao Qianming smiled proudly, his tone full of arrogance and madness. Extremely pedantic. This seat is just to eradicate all those who are detrimental to the kingdom of angels. When the Queen of Angels is out of the country, all this will naturally belong to her. What do you ants know? With that said, the body of the slaughter angel began to flash with a power that surpassed the heavens and the earth. That kind of power does not seem to belong to the ordinary power of an angel. In the middle of the demigod stage, feeling the substantial power of killing angel, Xiao Qianming also thoroughly saw the latter's strength. So what? Although the angel scepter is powerful, but without the power of the Queen of Angels, how can you drive it? In this battle, you will surely die. The brilliance of holy flame, destroy the cloud world. As Xiao Qianming spoke, the entire cloud of extinction suddenly agitated, and the power of countless clouds rushed towards each other, as if an enraged monarch let go of it. The magic has been assembled. Destroy the cloud world, fall. Angel scepter, Shenghui. For a time, a fighting skill at the level of divine arts and a brilliance of angel holy light condensed by the angel scepter of the kingdom of angels were completely blended together. No one can predict the ultimate winner of this confrontation, but it will undoubtedly be recorded in the annals of history forever. For a time, the turbulent sky in the magnificent destruction cloud world was turned upside down, and the dazzling light beams tore through the clouds, as if even the void could be easily wiped out, and then everyone could only instinctively feel that the void within the cloud layer instantly solidified. Countless flaming clouds resisted the attack of the killing angel almost instantly. In an instant, the two attacks seemed to have pierced through time and space and disappeared abruptly. Destroyed a grey landscape in the clouds, Countless destructive forces spread at will, and the entire cloud world seemed to be pierced with holes. Even if there was no energy fluctuation, it still caused the entire sanctuary altar to buzz. The battle of the demigods is unpredictable. An extremely rich color of fear gradually emerged from the eyes of the many powerhouses watching from below. In the face of such a level of battle, they simply could not get involved. The two devastating attacks viciously collided and exploded in the annihilating cloud layer, and the terrifying energy ripples scattered everywhere, but they did not break the realm of magic formed by the annihilating cloud whirl. The clouds shook, Xiao Tianming's body trembled violently at this time, and then his eyes were full of astonishment as he stared at the killing angel. My holy garment, how strong is it? Pure white flames burned on the delicate body and gauze of the slaughter angel, as if the latter had acquired a more powerful divine power. There are countless ancient sacred patterns engraved on the holy clothes, and the long ancient patterns, even if Xiao Tianming flicked it lightly today, there is a feeling of dizziness. In my knowledge, the kingdom of angels has never had such terrible things. Xiao Tianming's eyes shrank slightly, looking at this cloud world of extinction that was about to collapse. He was a little puzzled. Why did the killing angel be able to ignore the attack of his own magic? Under the magical attack of fighting for life just now, the slaughter angel would be instantly killed here, but just as the magical attack came into contact with the opponent, Xiao Tianming clearly felt that the slaughter angel seemed not to be affected by his own magical attack at all. This is also the reason why Xiao Tianming stopped detonating the world of magic. The fire of his own life has already burned more than half. Even if he gathers the power of the third holy flame and divine arts, he can't shake the killing angel. This gauze is called the thread of God. It is the supreme holy thing bestowed on this seat by the mansion of God. Do you think you can shake it just by relying on your strength? Ridiculous, utterly stupid. The slaughter angel roared arrogantly, as if at this moment, she had already established herself in an invincible position. God thread. As the words of the slaughter angel sounded, not only Xiao Tianming was puzzled, but even the archangel and seraph who stood on the high platform of the Holy Inquisition altar to maintain the god-hunting light formation were also puzzled. This thing has never been mentioned by your majesty. Many angels shook their heads slightly, but they still accelerated the gathering of the power of the angels. They must use the hunting light array and the altar to protect the entire kingdom of angels. Once the magic comes, if there is not enough energy to protect the kingdom, I am afraid that the kingdom of angels will disappear. Maybe it was obtained by luck when I was out of the customs. Among the bodyguards of the slaughter angel, many people spoke. The following is a heinous crime. Today, let me spread your blood all over the steps of the angel kingdom. The expression on the slaughter angel's face began to become serious, the angel's wings around his body slowly surged, and even the gap above the angel's scepter was now completely filled by the angel's holy soul in the latter's body. She obviously did not launch any attack, but Xiao Tianming could clearly feel the sharp pain from his skin, and even from the depths of his soul. It seems that all the forces in this annihilating cloud world have already surrendered to the slaughter angel, and he is just an unforgivable evil person who can only be judged. Destroying the cloud realm is certainly in the category of divine arts, but after all, it is a divine art known for its defense. It is indeed a bit reluctant to try to obliterate the slaughter angel with this divine art. Cool. Xiao Tianming let out a heavy breath, and immediately looked at the Thunder Lord who had been under the cloud realm of extinction, and his heart spin was also viciously touched. Can't defeat. At least the current self can't defeat the killing angel. At the peak of the demigod rank, the fire of life spontaneously ignites, and even with the power of divine arts and the third holy flame, it is impossible to shake a powerhouse whose strength is only in the middle stage of the demigod rank. The slaughter angel seems to have already surpassed the strongest under the quasi-god. Whether it is the 12 wings behind him, or the scepter of angels, the holy soul of angels, or even the divine veil that is strong enough to resist all attacks. The slaughter angel gently raised his wrist, and immediately pulled away a little bit, destroying all the auras in the cloud world that did not belong to the light. Without the annihilation of the cloud world and the protection of the third holy flame, Xiao Tianming today is like an unsuspecting mortal exposed to the judgment of the killing angel. One's own life and death is just between the other's thoughts. Now, should you know who is the ruler of this world? Countless divine powers lingered on Xiao Tianming's holiness like an irresistible pure white. There were extremely conspicuous scars on his skin and chest, even Xiao Tianming's feet appeared like a cage. Hexagram chart. The whole body of the 6-point star map is hot and sacred, and Xiao Tianming was in pain just after it appeared. Even the third holy flame in the latter's body became boiling at this moment, as if he saw something that scared or excited. That's divinity. At this moment, the whole place was dead silent. Far away. Susu. The Xiao clan, the angel kingdom, the center of the human world, the evil clan outside the territory, the stalemate between your parties is not suitable to break now. It will take a little while. In a far-off place of nothingness, in a dimly lit hall, countless vivid stone statues slowly stand side by side. Among them, an old man whose face cannot be seen at all sits cross-legged, holding a sparkling crystal in his hand, peeping out. Everything in the kingdom of angels today. The stone statues behind him, there are many bodies that are like snakes, with colorful rays of light, and the whole body is surrounded by a moon wheel and even countless flowers. The power of the stone statues can be learned from the world. That wonderful feeling, as if these long-dead lives are being resuscitated at some heart-pounding speed. That breath, finally surging again. I hope I can find some clues by doing so. In the land of the underworld, in the last sarcophagus that has never changed, suddenly an old figure slowly walked out. Immediately, the palm of the hand was filled with a mysterious bow and arrow. Gather here. That kind of fluctuation is probably above all the magical techniques that have appeared in the world, and his goal is the kingdom of angels, killing angels. The 6-point star chart surged under Xiao Tianming's feet, and it was filled with a faint divinity that was touching. The divinity gushing out from the 6-point star map is extremely hot, burning countless times more than the fire of the third holy flame, surrounding Xiao Tianming. The blood that baked his body is extremely red, blood energy, soul, are all flowing. Baked by divinity, overflowing. Xiao Tianming's eyes were solemn, and the hourglass of life trembled violently, but now facing this kind of power, even if he was as strong as him, there was nothing he could do. 6-point star chart, holy book. Killing angel laughed. As soon as the words fell, countless violent divine powers poured out from Xiao Tianming's feet, and immediately turned into a pure white book in front of him. On the front of the book, a pleated 6-point star radiated endless divine might. Following the opening of the killing angel, the holy book suddenly turned slowly, and there was even some kind of terrifying power looming over the world. Among the pages, it is a white sanctuary completely interwoven with pure white holy patterns. The power of confinement and repression contained in those holy patterns made even Xiao Tianming's heart chill. Temple shackles. Even across the endless void, the hearts of countless powerhouses below are awe-inspiring. After all, you still can't kill me. Xiao Tianming also had a creepy smile hanging from the corner of his mouth. Immediately, the third holy flame and the hourglass of life rose together, as if there was some kind of final destruction that quickly converged and descended. I'm imprisoned. Peel me off. Facing Xiao Tianming's stubborn resistance, a disdainful smile appeared on the beautiful face of the slaughter angel. The world can't hurt themselves, but they can dominate everything. Since Xiao Tianming wanted to challenge himself, he would use his life to declare those who had bad intentions. Angels, no blasphemy. Boom. The pure white holy book suddenly swelled at an extreme speed, and the page depicting the pure white holy church fell from it in an instant, and immediately suppressed Xiao Tianming. The sanctuary in the pages of the book fell out of the pages alive and turned into a huge and real magnificent sanctuary. With the 6-point star map, it instantly enveloped Xiao Tianming. In an instant, Xiao Tianming only felt that he was out of this world in an instant, as if he had suddenly fallen into a judgment hall specially designed for him by a killing angel. The power of the demigods, the power of the third holy flame, and even the passage of life force disappeared. As if he had transformed into the most simple mortal body, he could only wait for the judgment of the killing angel. Boom. Suddenly, there were countless high-pitched sounds around the church, and countless burning holy lights poured out from around the church, pouring down like rain, and slapping on Xiao Tianming's body. Silk. The holy and hot holy light slapped on Xiao Tianming's skin. The pain that penetrated into the bone marrow and penetrated into the soul, made Xiao Tianming's body tremble violently. Xiao Tianming slowly raised his head and looked up at the master of this sanctuary. The angel wings behind the slaughter angel fluttered in circles, and the holy book on the palm also burst into a more intense and dazzling light. Xiao Tianming, give your power to this seat. The holy book was closed, and the endless divine power instantly turned into greedy demons, unreservedly claiming all the power in Xiao Tianming's body. It seems that everything that is done now is killing the angels for himself, and with the appearance of this scene, the entire kingdom of angels is dead silent. As powerful as the pinnacle of the demigod level, the fire of spontaneously igniting life can't shake the killing angel. You must know that the strength of the slaughter angel is only comparable to the middle stage of the demigod. Why is this? In a faraway place, even if he didn't need to check it out, Xiao Yuntian could definitely feel everything that happened in the angel kingdom, and there was even a hint of anxiety in his old eyes. The godly gauze on the slaughter angel is definitely not a mortal thing. Xiao Yuntian took a slight step back, and the bow that had already turned into a full moon in his hands was pulled to an unbelievable level. The destructive attack in it was also completely formed at this moment. With his hands relaxed, a strange bow condensed by the power of countless underworlds galloped up like a wild horse. At the moment when the barrier of the underworld was broken, the world of the underworld changed color, the wind was surging, and countless dark sand grains raged, driving this arrow to cut through time and space, penetrate the void, and travel far away. In an instant, in the annihilated cloud world that had already been turned into a sacred place, the void behind the slaughter angel instantly twisted, and a colorless divine arrow that was integrated with the void passed through the void and exploded. The original annihilation of the cloud world, the angelic sanctuary, and even the sacred filaments brought by the killing angels, trembled completely at this moment, and turned into nothingness in the next moment. The air, light, and divine power were completely swallowed and destroyed at this moment, and the entire holy trial altar and the god-hunting light array trembled violently and turned into dust. In the splendid sanctuary, the slaughter angel was still absorbing the full power of Xiao Tianming, trying to pave the way for his own quasi-god, but the divine silk cloth on his body conveyed an unprecedented unease. This arrow is an arrow made by Xiao Yuntian's half-life efforts. Its target is the slaughter angel and the mysterious man behind the slaughter angel. The already riddled void of the Holy Inquisition mountain range shook violently, and a beam of light bows that was so powerful that they were heart-palpitating flashed away, and no one knew what power this was. The slaughter angel floating in the sanctuary turned his head with difficulty, his beautiful eyes shrank tightly, and he looked at his perfect body with an almost pitch-black bow. Cold, sleepiness, destruction. Countless different powers poured out from the depths of the soul, blood-red blood slowly infected the sanctuary, angel wings with divinity, even demigods the godly silk gauze that even the strong can do, trembled rapidly at this time and subsided. Xiao Yuntian. In the faraway place of nothingness, the crystal used to spy on the kingdom of angels was crushed instantly, and an angry roar resounded. In order to allow the slaughter angel to cope with this catastrophe and to buy time for himself, he tried his best to absorb a rare bit of divinity from the stone statue of the god's residence, and cast the godly yarn cloth. But it was as powerful as the godly silk yarn clothes, and it was also at this time. Under its inexplicable bow, it turned into a bubble. This immortal. I'm afraid he has already spied on my existence. Damn it. Although he was extremely angry in his heart, after weighing it, this figure could only do it. Today, he has not been able to confront Xiao Yuntian's strength head-on. For so many years of planning, he decided not to fall short of this. Is the sense wrong? Why did the movement disappear again strangely? As soon as the bow let go, Xiao Yuntian seemed to have aged hundreds of lives in an instant, and there was a sigh in his twilight eyes. That's the power of destroying the profound bow that ranks third among the artifacts of the human world. Who is driving such a god-killing power? Patriarch. All the restraints around Xiao Tianming's body were instantly shattered, and even the flaming fire of life was shaken back into the body by the aftermath of his bow and arrow. Obviously, all of this was the magnificent handwriting of the Xiao clan chief, the originally magnificent and dazzling sacred mountain range, an unprecedented shocking scene, slowly staged. In mid-air, Xiao Tianming's magical technique to obliterate the cloud world, the sacred altar, and the god-hunting light array of the angel family, all kinds of powers that could destroy everything, actually annihilated and shattered away after the silent arrow pierced. That arrow, one hit, few people know who did it. But there is no doubt that countless people understand that it is for the killing angel. Their eyes were slightly fixed on the bow and arrow that pierced through the slaughtering angel's chest. The faces and hearts of countless people were shaking viciously, all watching this scene in disbelief. The slaughtering angel, who was still invincible just now, was actually hit by an arrow from this at this moment. Blood was shooting everywhere, and all the power and vitality in the body were overflowing at some heart-pounding speed. Even someone as powerful as a slaughtering angel can't resist this kind of attack. Puff puff. The power of countless angels dripped from the perfect body of the slaughter angel, and scattered in the void in a disorderly manner. Cracks began to flow out from the skin like rough jade, and pure white blood continued to overflow from it. All the power circulation of the arrow has already been disturbed and destroyed by this arrow. What a perfect plan I have, it has come to an end today. As long as Xiao Tianming is obliterated, with his talent and the background of the kingdom of angels, it is enough to completely cross the demigods and attack the real quasi-god. But all of this came too suddenly. The slaughtering angel's eyelids trembled violently, and the pair of angel eyes that contained monstrous anger stared at the bow of the gods that penetrated her chest. From there, she smelled an extremely dangerous smell, and immediately raised her head to stare at the endless void. The holy city of the kingdom of angels in the distance is still so beautiful, people can't help but admire. It's just that the killing angel is very puzzled. Who motivated this devastating blow? The patriarch of the Xiao clan, or the leader outside the realm? Crack. With the disintegration of the supreme authority of the slaughter angel, the bodies of countless angel figures who had once been loyal to her, all had a very faint surging of light insects, and they were immediately destroyed. Obviously, after Slaughter Angel took control of the Kingdom of Angels, although the overall strength of its forces has been greatly increased, Slaughter Angel has already regarded these people as puppets and used them at will. You can't live. Your path was wrong from the beginning. This world, we will still do our best to protect it. Xiao Tianming's aura in his body was extremely weak, but fortunately, thanks to the Xiao clan's patriarch's penetrating wrist, his actions of spontaneously burning his life were relieved, and he surrounded Lei Master's body and said word by word, Xiao Yuntian. The slaughtering angel's beautiful face gradually poured out some fear, the corners of his mouth turned white, and the entire body disintegrated uncontrollably, splitting apart, and even the 12 angel wings and angel soul behind him were rapidly disintegrating. Right. The most powerful people in this world are none other than the leader of the outside world and Xiao Yuntian, but since the slaughter angel got the divine silk gauze, he confidently believed that he had the qualifications to challenge them. The path of his own quasi-god is taking Xiao Yuntian and the leader of the outside world as his own ladder of fighting gods. Unfortunately, now it seems that all this has become nonsense, too ridiculous. Even if she accidentally obtained the divine gauze that even Xiao Yuntian and neither of them had, she would not be able to shake these two extraordinary beings. Their power had already surpassed the knowledge of the killing angel. Guru. Now, what should I do? The audience was dead silent, and it seemed that everyone was waiting for the slaughtering angel to be destroyed. Once killed, the kingdom of angels will be in chaos, and there is no such powerful existence as slaughter angel, and the kingdom of angels will probably be reduced to some ordinary forces in the future. Slaughter Angel is trying to make the kingdom of angels become the #1 force in the world, but now it seems that it is impossible to achieve. Open the passage and guide them in. In this battle, we can only win and not lose. Otherwise, once the Xiao clan wins, let them know that we are the mastermind behind what happened back then. Without the support of the kingdom of angels, we would be alone. Okay. For a time, everyone's attention was attracted by the mutation above the sky, but they did not find that there were suddenly many dark auras around this kingdom of angels, and there were many evil spirits in the ninefold reincarnation. Fluctuation. Leader, this. In the distance, the endless Flame Alliance army that was secretly perched on the peaks around the angel kingdom looked at each other in dismay when they saw such a reversal of the situation. Even they did not expect that the killing angel would be so powerful. The shattered gauze on the slaughter angel's body. The weak power in it. I am afraid it is the lack of divinity in the holy flame. It's just. Divinity is something that I'm afraid it's hard to find in this world. The holy king's eyes became serious. Obviously, these things, even if he was as strong as him, would be helpless. Let's wait and see. This matter, I'm afraid it won't end like this. Xiao Yang nodded heavily, and at the same time he would throw himself into the high altitude of the holy trial altar. I don't know why, the many holy flames in Xiao Yang's body, and even the demon robes behind him, have been bursting with uneasy fluctuations. An even tougher battle awaits them. Your Majesty, fallen? Around the Holy Inquisition altar, some of the confidants of the slaughter angels stared blankly at this scene, their expressions pale. He. Xiao Yuntian, his wrists are indeed strong. But, do you think that's the end of it? The slaughter angel dragged the already broken body, and a sinister and gloomy smile appeared on his face. Even if she dies, she will definitely not make Xiao Tianming and the Xiao family feel better. With his own power now, once he exploded, the power of destruction would undoubtedly surpass the divine technique just now. Since Xiao Yuntian is desperate to shoot himself, then this world doesn't need to exist anymore. Let yourself use the power of your life to bloom the brilliance of an angel for the last time, and wipe out the elites of these great thousand worlds. At that time, without the existence of these powerhouses, in the second decisive battle between heaven and earth, great thousand worlds will undoubtedly be defeated, and they all will die tragically in the hands of outsiders, and it can be regarded as a burial for myself. Thinking of this, the slaughter angel shrank violently, setting off a hideous smile. Countless gorgeous colors poured out of his body, easily covering the entire Holy Inquisition altar. Under that gorgeous color, even the sun, moon, and stars hanging high above the sky lost their luster. Between the flow of angelic power, there is a kind of divine power that transcends everything, brewing some kind of destruction of the sky. The power of destruction. This video will end here.